One of the great debates across all sports is who is the GOAT, and NBA circles have been raging on for the top two candidates that they can't decide on, Michael Jordan and Timothy Theodore Duncan.
Tim Duncan, although one of the best players in the history of the NBA, not on my GOAT list. It's between Michael Jordan or LeBron James. That's where the conversation takes place. The 90s old school versus the 2000s new school.
Just for the petty record, I will say that Tim Duncan does have more NBA championships than LeBron James and more all first team defenses than LeBron James, but that's not what we're here for. What I will say is I agree with you on the Michael Jordan front, and we don't have to tear someone down to build someone else up. Yes, and I will say that somebody who doesn't get enough love has got to be Steph Curry. The way that he revolutionized the game, the range with which he plays with, and it's like it's not a problem at all. It's almost guaranteed to go in. It's crazy.
No, the NBA seems very simple for Steph Curry, but he is not my GOAT. LeBron James is my GOAT. The reason that I take him over Michael Jordan is the simple fact that his physicality changed the game. And what I love about LeBron is off the court, he treats his body and his profession like he does on the court, which is with 100% commitment.
And $1 million.
Yeah.
And also $1 million.
I guess I would look a lot different if I had $1 million to spend on my body.
Both.
Okay, so let's do this.
Yes.
If we can't solve the GOAT debate between us, let's take these attributes to build the best basketball player that we can. And let's start with shooting.
So I'm going to go Steph Curry. Obviously, I just said he's underrated in the GOAT conversation. So of course he does it with ease. He's automatic.
He is automatic.
But there's somebody I have a little sneaking suspicion that you're going to be favoring a little bit more old school.
I go with Ray Allen. Jesus Shuttlesworth, one of the best natural shooters of all time, and I know that Steph Curry just passed him in most career three-pointers made, but Ray had like an effortless way of shooting the ball. When it was in his hand, you just knew it was going in. And those big moments in big games, he always came through.
All right, let's go handles then. Speaking of fluidity, because I think that there's only one person, but I'm wondering where you're at.
There's three in the conversation. Kyrie, obviously Allen Iverson, and of course
Steve Nash.
No, not Steve Nash. Steve had great handles, but I'm going to go with Steph Curry in the handles department as well. But it is, oh my God, it's hands down Allen Iverson. He was the first one to patent the crossover. He just had all the skills to make the perfect point guard.
And the thing that I love the most about Allen Iverson is that he did it all authentically as himself. He didn't care how he was perceived. He's like, this is who I am. This is how I'm going to present myself. Let's move on to
Hops.
Good.
Let's do Hops.
Let's do it.
I'm going to get in trouble for this pick, seeing how we're in Ontario right now. It's not Vince Carter for me. I love Vince. He's the guy who first, made hops like a term. Like that was not a thing before Vince Carter came in. But I got to go with Ja Morant. Every time I turn on the TV recently, he is a highlight reel, and he's only in the beginning of his career. I think by the end of it, we're going to be talking about this guy for a long time.
Half man, half amazing Vince Carter. At one point, he was the most popular player in the NBA. The dunk contest, the dunk over a 7-footer at the Olympics in a set of bricks. If James Naismith was the godfather of basketball, Vince Carter is the rich auntie who shows up to the family party in designer with money for all the kids.
Uniquely, Vince has never been described as that. Ever.
A rich downtown auntie. Well, these are our lists. These are our players. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Make sure you respond to us on Twitter and let us know who you would replace.
Yes, and not only that, but let us know who you would want on your team from the players that we forgot.